This is a very funny story, and it's called Stephanie's Ponytail. And it's one of my favorite authors, and his name is Robert Munsch. So I'm going to read it to you. Stephanie's Ponytail by Robert Munsch. One day, Stephanie went to her mom and said, "None of the kids in my class have a ponytail. I want a nice ponytail coming right out the back." So Stephanie's mom gave her a nice ponytail coming right out the back. When Stephanie went to school, the other kids looked at her and said, "Ugly, ugly, very ugly." Stephanie said, "It's my ponytail and I like it." The next morning when Stephanie went to school, all the other girls had ponytails coming out the back. Stephanie looked at them and said, "You're all a bunch of copycats. You just have to do whatever I do." See, she's not very happy. The next morning, the mom said, "Stephanie, would you like a ponytail coming right out the back?" Stephanie said, "No." "Well, then that's that," said her mom. "That's the only place you can do ponytails." "No, it's not," said Stephanie. "I want one coming out the side, just above my ear." "Very strange," said the mom. "Are you sure that's what you want?" "Yes," said Stephanie. So her mom gave Stephanie a ponytail coming right out above her ear. When she went to school, the other kids saw her and said, "Ugly, ugly, very ugly." Stephanie said, "It is my ponytail and I like it." The next morning when Stephanie came to school, all the girls and even some of the boys had nice ponytails coming right out just above their ears. The next morning, the mom said, "Stephanie, would you like a ponytail coming out the back?" Stephanie said, "No." "Would you like one coming out the side?" Stephanie said, "No." "And that's that," said Mom. "There's no other place you can do ponytails." "Yes, there is," Stephanie said. "I want one coming right out the top of my head, like a tree." "Oh, that's very, very strange," said her mom. "Are you sure that's what you want?" "Yes," said Stephanie. So her mom gave Stephanie a nice ponytail coming out the top of her head like a tree. When Stephanie went to school, the other kids saw her and said, "Ugly, ugly, very ugly." Stephanie said, "It's my ponytail and I like it." The next day, all the girls and all the boys had ponytails looked like broccoli growing out of the tops of their heads. This is such a funny book. The next morning, the mom said, "Stephanie, would you like a ponytail coming out the back?" Stephanie said, "No." She said, "Would you like one coming out the side?" And Stephanie said, "No." "Would you like one coming out the top?" "No." "Well, then that's definitely that," said Mom. "There is no other place that you can do ponytails." "Yes, there is," said Stephanie. "I want one coming out the front and hanging down in front of my nose." "Well, but nobody will know if you're coming or going," said the mom. "Are you sure that's what you want?" "Yes," said Stephanie. And Stephanie got a ponytail coming right out the front. And on the way to school, she bumped into 4 trees, 3 cars, 2 houses, and 1 principal. When she finally got to her class, the other kids saw her and said, "Ugly, ugly, very ugly." And Stephanie said, "It is my ponytail and I like it." See, she can't see where she's going. The next day, all of the girls and all of the boys and even the teacher had ponytails coming out the front and hanging down in front of their noses. None of them could see where they were going. They bumped into desks, they bumped into each other, they bumped into the walls, and by mistake, 3 girls went into the boys' bathroom. Stephanie yelled, "You are a bunch of brainless copycats. You just do whatever I do. When I come in tomorrow, I'm going to have shaved my head." Look how mad she is. And she told them she's going to shave her head tomorrow. Oh my goodness. She doesn't want them copying her anymore. The first person to come in the next day was the teacher. She had shaved her head and she was bald. The next person to come in were all of the boys, and they had shaved their heads and they were bald. Next came the girls. They had all shaved their heads and they were all bald. And the last person to come in was Stephanie, and she had a nice little ponytail coming right out the back. That's funny. Look how mad they are. She tricked them. Isn't that a funny story? That's the end. I hope you liked it.
It's your turn, love.